Ridgetop Yoga Retreat. Today is day 4 of our Mindful March session we're doing this month. So thank you for joining us this month for Mindful March. If you're just coming in, get into a comfortable seated position and just begin to calm your mind and relax your body. And just bring your focus to your breath. Today we'll be working on core. It's a half-hour class, and we'll be doing a lot of core work today. So just get comfortable. Place your hands on your lap. Roll your shoulder blades up and back. And then just bring a slight bow to your head. And gently close your eyes. And take a deep inhale in through your nose. And exhale out through your nose. Take another deep inhale in through your nose. And slowly exhale out through your nose. And just continue this, beginning to relax your body and calm your mind. And we'll get started in a few minutes. Just make sure you're in a comfortable seated position. Your sit bones are grounded. You can be sitting on a blanket or a block. And your palms can be facing up to receive energy or facing down for grounding. And we're going to take 3 deep inhales in through our nose, and we're going to just gently exhale out through our mouth. Take a deep inhale in through your nose, filling your lungs up with air, and then slowly exhale out through your mouth, getting rid of any stale energy from the night before. Take another deep inhale in through your nose, and slowly exhale out through your mouth. And one more deep inhale in through your nose. And slowly exhale out through your mouth. And then just go back to your regular breathing. And we'll get started with our practice. Take a big deep inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Lengthen your spine and really reach out through your fingertips and grounding down through your sit bones. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, you can do that now. take a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead, really lengthening the spine. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And now we're going to come to standing, and we'll start standing up. And make sure your feet are hip distance apart, grounding through all four corners of your feet. Palms are facing forward for Tadasana, and just roll your shoulders forward and really bring them back and down to get those shoulder blades in place. And then looking straight ahead, reaching through the crown of your head. We're going to take a few breaths here. And then just gently bring your chin to your chest. Feeling the stretch up the back of your neck. Really keeping those shoulders down. And then inhale, slowly take your gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly chin to chest. Inhale, take your gaze up, drawing a line with your nose up towards the sky, maybe opening your mouth a little bit, feeling the stretch in the throat. And exhale, chin to chest. Then inhale, slowly bring your left ear towards left shoulder, and exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder, and exhale, chin to chest. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Now on your next inhale, roll your right ear towards right shoulder, and exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder, and exhale, chin to chest. One more inhale, and exhale. Then on your next inhale, make a complete circle, inhaling on the way up, and exhaling on the way down. Matching your breath to your movement. Slow movement, being careful at the back of the neck. If it's uncomfortable, just bring your chin to your chest and breathe in and out there. And then we'll do 2 rounds in the opposite direction, inhaling up and exhaling down. And then we'll come back to neutral spine. And we're going to go into a full body stretch. So inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Maybe take your gaze up for a slight back bend. Really grounding down through the soles of your feet and reaching up through your fingertips. Engage your core. Turn your palms facing out and slowly exhale. Release your arms back down by your side. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Matching your breath to your movement, slow movement. And exhale, slowly release your arms back by your side. And one more inhale, reach up. And this time, interlace your fingers and reach your palms up towards the sky. Really lengthen. And now we're just going to exhale to the left. So you're going to feel the stretch in the right side of the body, in the right hip. Then inhale back up to center and exhale right. Kind of pressing that left hip towards the left, and you're reaching towards the right. Inhale back up to center, 1 more round. Inhale, lengthen, really reach up. Exhale left, pressing that right hip towards the right. You're going to feel the stretch in that hip. Inhale back up to center and exhale right. And inhale back up to center and exhale. Slowly release your hands back down by your side. Now we're going to go into a wide-legged stance and just bend your knees and place your hands on right at your knees, right on your thighs. And we're just going to do a few rounds of standing cat-cow. So to get the fluid moving in your spine, we're just going to do a few cat-cows here. If anything doesn't feel right during practice, please just come out of the pose and wait for the next one. So inhale, really your pelvis is lifting up towards the sky. Chest comes forward, arch your back, and really take your gaze up for cow. And then on the exhale, tuck your chin and really round your back, round that spine, getting movement in your spine, bringing your shoulders forward and really arching your back here, rounding the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze up. And exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine. And one more inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze back up, your shoulder blades are back, you're tilting your spine towards the sky. And exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine. Now we're going to come back to neutral spine, and we're just going to press our right hand into that right thigh. Bring that right shoulder across your body to the left. And then just take your gaze over your left shoulder, feeling the stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Then come back up to center. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bring that left shoulder across the body. And take your gaze over your right shoulder, pressing that left hand into that left thigh. Then come back to center. We're going to do one more round. Bring that right shoulder across the body, pressing that right hand into the right thigh. Take your gaze over that left shoulder. You're engaging your core here. Then come back to center and bring the left shoulder across the body, feeling the twist and taking your gaze over that right shoulder. Then come back to center, and we're just going to round the spine and slowly come back up to center. Few breaths in Tadasana and mountain pose. Now we're going to turn our toes towards the right of the mat, your mat. So we're going to turn our feet towards the right of the mat. Your feet are as if they're on railroad tracks. We're going to go into pyramid pose. So you want your feet as if they're on railroad tracks. Your right foot is forward, your left foot is back. Toes are facing the front of the mat. Make sure you have a straight spine, and you can interlace your hands behind your back if you want for pyramid pose. Bring in those shoulder blades back and down, lifting your chest up, lifting your heart. If that's uncomfortable, just place them on your low back. So we'll get started. Make sure you're grounded down through the soles of your feet. Take a deep inhale, take your gaze up, slight arch in the back. And then on the exhale, begin to hinge forward from your hips, coming forward. We're going to stop halfway. So you're really lengthening the spine, reaching out through the crown of the head. You're going to feel the stretch in the back of your legs for this pose. So when you get halfway, we're working on core. Engage your core here. Pull your belly button in. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just begin to forward fold. Your arms may come up. You're going to feel the stretch in the back of the legs. You may have to widen your stance or bring your stance closer together to feel that stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Then inhale, slowly come back up to center, rolling back up. Release your hands, place them on your hips. And now we're going to go into a warrior two stance. So your right foot is forward and place that left foot back parallel with the back of the mat. Make sure the right heel is in alignment with your back arch. And we're going to make sure you can see your big toe of your front foot. And we're just going to turn our hips towards the side of the mat, the long side of the mat. When your feet are in position, then extend your arms out to the sides, level with your shoulders. Make sure your shoulder blades are back and down. Make sure that right knee is out a bit so you can see your big toe. And take a few deep breaths here in warrior two. And take your gaze over your right fingertips. Make sure your back arm is level with your front arm. And take a few deep breaths here. Now we're going to go into reverse warrior. Make sure your core is engaged. Flip your front palm up. Drop your back arm and raise that right arm up towards the sky for reverse warrior. Take a few deep breaths here. Make sure you still have a bend in that front knee. Now using your core, we're going to go into side angle. So you're going to use your core to bring that right arm, right forearm to that right thigh, and your left arm is going over that left ear. You're making sure your shoulders are stacked. You're not turning towards that right leg. You have a straight line from your right fingertips all the way down, or from your left fingertips all the way down to your left foot. Now we're going to take this and we're going to go into a dynamic movement. So from here, we're going to inhale to reverse warrior and exhale into side angle. Now match your breath with your movement. Go at your own pace. Do what feels comfortable for you. And you're really using your core here. Make sure you're engaging your core to help you lift. Your arms are strong. Inhaling reverse warrior. Exhale side angle. And when you're in side angle, you're not leaning on that front leg. Your right forearm is just hovering over that right thigh. And one more inhale and exhale. And then we'll meet back in warrior two. We're just going to bring our hands onto our hips and turn that right foot towards the side of the mat, long side of the mat. So now you're in a wide-legged stance. You might have legs. Adjust your feet here. We're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold. So you can interlace your hands behind your back, or you can place them on your low back. Take a deep inhale and take your gaze up. Slight back bend. And on the exhale, begin to hinge forward from your hips, keeping a flat back as long as you can. When you get halfway, stop. You're really trying to lengthen the spine, creating that energy. Engage your core here, holding you up. You're grounding down through the soles of your feet. And exhale, forward fold. When you get into your forward fold, place your hands on the mat and just gently press the palms of your hands into the mat, and slightly lift your torso up so your gaze is out in front of you. You're lifting your chest slightly. You're pressing your hands into the mat. Take a deep inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, fold. Now place your right hand directly under your face and take a deep inhale and reach that left arm up towards the sky, creating a straight line from your right hand to your left. And then exhale, bring that left hand down to the mat. Place your left hand directly under your face and inhale, reach that right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, bring that right hand back down. Place your hands on your hips, and on the inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming back up to neutral spine. And walk your feet in a bit. And now we're going to turn our feet towards the left, and we're going to have them as if they're on railroad tracks. We're going to go into pyramid on this side. So your stance isn't as wide as the warrior two stands or wide-legged stands. Interlace your hands behind your back, shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, take your gaze up. And on the exhale, begin to hinge forward for pyramid, stopping halfway. Engage your core, pull your belly button in. And exhale, fold. Your hands can go up towards the sky, or you can leave them down on your low back. Then inhale, slowly come back up to center. Release your hands to your hips, and we're going to get into warrior two. So step that right foot back parallel with the back of the mat. Put a bend in that left knee, making sure that heel is in alignment with your back arch. Make sure you can see your big toe, and just turn your hips towards the long side of the mat. And when your legs are in position, then extend your arms out to the side. Make sure your back arm is level with your front, level with your shoulders, shoulder blades back and down. And then take your gaze over your left fingertips. Really engage the thighs here, engage your core. And then reverse warrior, flip your left palm up, drop your back arm down, raise that left arm up towards the sky for reverse warrior. Feel the stretch in that left hip, making sure you still have a bend in that front knee. side angle. Bring that left forearm hovering over that left thigh. Right arm is in a straight line with your right foot. Reaching out through your fingertips. You're not caving into that left side. Strong core. Inhale back to reverse warrior. And exhale, side angle. Match your movement to your breath for this dynamic movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Then we'll meet back in warrior two. Just going to step forward to Tadasana, to mountain pose. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Now we're going to go down to the mat, and we can get there through squat pose. So your feet are hip distance apart. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And on the exhale, bring your hands together to heart center and just begin to bend at your knees for squat pose. When your heels begin to lift, stop there. If you get all the way down, maybe place your elbows inside your knees for malasana, for squat pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Bring your hands down to the mat, and we're going to come down to flat on our mat. Lay on the mat and just gently hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And then place your feet flat on the mat, hip distance apart, as close to your glutes as you can get them. Maybe your fingertips can touch the back of your heels here. And we're going to do some core work here. So place the palms of your hands flat on the mat and tuck your shoulder blades under. And we'll do a few rounds of rolling bridge. Inhale, lifting your hips up towards the sky, squeezing your glutes, and exhale, coming back down to the mat. And inhale, slowly roll up towards the sky. Lifting those hips high, and exhale, slowly release back down to the mat. Now inhale, lift those hips high. Stay up there when you get your hips up. See if you can walk your feet a little bit closer towards your shoulders. Now we're really going to press into that left sole of that left foot and just raise that right arm up to, or right leg up towards the sky, really creating energy through that right leg. And see if you can pulse that leg towards the sky using your core. Then bring the right leg back down to the mat and press into that right foot, sole of that right foot, and slowly raise that left leg up towards the sky. Strong legs, pressing your hips up towards the sky. See if you can pulse that left leg up towards the sky. Then bring the left foot back down to the mat and slowly roll back down to the mat, hugging your knees into your chest and rock from side to side.
Now placing your feet hip distance apart on the mat, bring your right arm behind your head and your left hand is at this alongside your body. Now we're just going to bring your left knee in and bring your right elbow to meet that knee, and then extend that left leg out and bring your head back down to the mat. You shouldn't have any pressure on your back or on your neck. So you're bringing that right elbow across your body to your left knee and then lengthening. Using your core, bringing it in, and then lengthen. Gentle movement, your low back stays on the mat. You're not pulling at the neck, just bringing that elbow across the body to meet your knee. And we'll do 2 more. Engaging the core here. And then release that left foot back down to the mat. Release your right arm back down by your side. Bring your left arm behind your ear, behind your head. And then bring your left elbow to meet the right knee, bringing the right knee in, and then extend that right leg out, pointing your toes. Gentle movement, working on the core. And then bring your foot back down to the mat, your hand back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Then slowly extend your feet up towards the sky. Point and flex your feet. And now we're just going to take our hands and just gently lift, keeping a strong neck here. Lift your hands towards your feet using your core. And just hold it. And gently release your shoulders and head back down to the mat. And one more inhale. Reach. And exhale. Release back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And we're just going to go into happy baby, bringing your hands to the sides of your feet or your big toes. Soles are facing the sky, and rock from side to side. Then hug your knees into your chest one last time, and then extend your legs flat on the mat. Let your feet fall out to the corners of the mat, palms facing up, away from your body, shoulder blades tucked under, and just gently close your eyes, and we'll get ready for Shavasana. And just take a few deep breaths here. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and move your head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll on to your favorite side.
And come up to seated position with your eyes closed, your hands at heart center, thumbs at your sternum, slight bow to your head. Every day you step onto your mat, it's a new day, a new start. a new beginning. Yoga is a journey, and thank you for sharing your journey with me today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining in the class today. It was a shorter class, a half-hour class. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.